Greetings, boils and ghouls. Welcome back to Midnight Movie Massacre. So I realized that I promised you guys the Dollar Tree swoops, and those are coming. It's shot, it's all loaded up in the editor, ready to be chopped up for you guys. But I figured in the interest of just spicing up the rhythm of this here, we're going to go ahead and postpone that one, and we're going to do for you now the first half of our mail call haul. Got a nice package here that I received from my buddy Andrew Woolerick. I got a couple items from my girl Jessica, and I got a whole stack of horror movies from Amazon.com. So this is going to be the horror half of the mail call shit. Then, after we got this out to you guys, we'll drop the Dollar Tree haul, and then we'll drop the mail call finale. So without wasting any more time, let's jump into the shit here with Andrew's stuff. We're actually going to be christening this stack here with a little Lucid Blue from Sugar Tree Farms there. Should do the trick. Got it loaded up in this little champion here. Let's give that a little taste test here. It's quite pleasant. So kicking off Andrew's stack, we have an absolutely crispy copy of Dolph Lundgren's Punisher. This is my favorite Punisher movie personally, and I think that, you know, a lot of people kind of overlook it. They shouldn't, though. Dolph Lundgren kicks ass. I thought that I had a really janky copy of this, but I think I gave it to a friend. So this is a welcome addition to the collection indeed. It is in very good shape, and I plan on watching it in the very near future. Then we got a film that needs no introduction. That's The Fifth Element. I think a lot of people now are like getting on the hype wagon of saying that this is overrated. I think it's exactly rated for as good as it is, which is fucking awesome. Is it amazing? Is it perfect? No. It's just a hell of a lot of fun, and sometimes that's all a movie needs to be. And then we got Idiocracy. This is one that a lot of people would, you know, maybe make a pretty legitimate claim to us living out right now. Always enjoyed this movie. Again, looking forward to revisiting it. Now, breaking into the horror stuff that Andrew sent, we got some of his doubles from, I think it's Tops. I could be wrong. The Fright Packs, I believe they're called. They're horror wax pack trading card sets that you can collect. I'm not sure what the total number for all the cards in the set is, but these are greatly appreciated. Any of you guys that follow the channel, or, you know, especially you guys that know me on social media, know I love a good wax pack, and, you know, with all the conventions being canceled, I haven't been able to collect anymore recently. I put in some fucking work on some pretty serious sets before. Did not start the Fright Packs right away, though. Not sure why. Seems like the obvious one that I would go for. I did find a nice honey hole on the internet for ordering them, though, so I'm going to be getting at that soon. This is definitely a good reminder to get on that sooner rather than later, and inspire me to work towards collecting the set there. So I appreciate it, sir. Anyway, moving into the horror movies that he sent, we got some Full Moon stuff. You know, me and Andrew are both lifelong fans of that shit, and he's got some pretty sweet Full Moon stuff in his collection. He was nice enough to hook me up with some odds and ends. I got trophy heads here. It's got Linnea Quigley in it. That's all I really need to know, but it's got some other Scream Queen ladies in there. It says an ensemble Scream Queen slasher. Trophy heads catches up with some of trash horror's favorite leading ladies. And that comes courtesy of Fangoria. Not that they haven't been known to suck up to movies that were shit in the past, but I'm fairly confident this is a fun ride. And then we got Wax, directed by Victor Metalano. Never heard of this. Looks pretty creepy. I like that cover art. It's got a decent little special features selection on there, looks like. And it's some, you know, probably some type of tribute to House of Wax, or the Wax Museum, or Wax Work, or I don't know. It just seems like it's that kind of stuff. It's got Paul Naschy in it. You know, it looks like it's a Spanish film, which I'm always intrigued, you know, by seeing movies from countries I don't see enough movies from. And Spain is definitely one of them. So, definitely looking forward to that. And then he sent me a multi-pack because, you know, everybody who knows me knows I can't get enough of these goddamn multi-packs. Even if I already have the movies, I just like having them. This one is Evil Puppets and Demonic Dolls Attack. It's got, like, the 10th Puppet Master movie in there, because that's what you want on a multi-pack, is the 10th movie in a series. Still pretty cool, though. And then it's got Blood Dolls and Depraved. So, there you go. I have not seen those other two movies. So even though Puppet Master 10 or whatever is a little out of place, there's still two movies on the 3-pack. That's definitely worth having it for, you know? And then I'm pretty sure this here is the genesis of him sending me the package, because I did my Exorcist review, and he's like, yo, you should review Repossessed. And he asked if I'd seen it. And I have indeed seen this a long time ago. but I don't have a copy of it, and he was nice enough to fucking hook me up with one. So there is definitely a follow-up to my Exorcist video coming with this movie here very soon. I appreciate the shit out of this, Andrew, and it goes without saying that I will eventually be making quite the package for you, sir. Or just ordering you something really badass. I don't know. But you definitely deserve, like, a round on me and a couple movies on your shelf on account of this shit, so thanks again, man. I'll put these to good use, I promise. And then closing out my non-Amazon mail call stuff for this, we got some pretty cool items from my lady Jessica. Appreciate the shit out of this, babe. I still absolutely love this thing so much that I'm not sure exactly what to do with it yet. Like, I want to put it somewhere, but I also need to find, like, the perfect place to put it. It's like a sweet Vampirella window cling. Pretty sure it's going on, like, the back window of my car. But at the same time, I want to find, like, a place to put it where it's, like, better preserved. So I don't know. It's absolutely fucking beautiful, though. And she just did this impromptu. She learned that I quite enjoy Vampirella. I was talking about a bunch of the comics for a bit there, I think. And she went ahead and got me that. I think that's fucking super nice of her. She's always doing shit like this for me. Much like this, Idle Hands. This is the second item from Jessica. And it's just one that she grabbed for me online because she heard me talking about how much I liked it. I think me and her had a conversation about it. I thought that I had a copy of this still. Not sure what happened to it, but I've got a new one. Thanks to Jessica. Hopefully I didn't already show this in a previous video. I don't think that I did. I think I recorded like real drunk footage of me showing it and then deleted it, which happens sometimes. But here it is, in case you didn't see it before. And that does it for the non-Amazon mail call, as I said. We are going to go ahead and show you the trailer now for... Fuck it, we'll do the trailer for Repossessed. And then we're going to move into the Amazon Horror Haul, and it is a sight to behold indeed. So we'll see you back here real soon. Cheers.
Not long ago, an entire world watched as a little girl and a holy exorcist battled and cast out the devil himself. But now, Linda Blair's been repossessed. And this is the only man who could possibly save her.
I couldn't find my butt with both my hands.
Linda Blair.
God created man in his own image.
Then how do you explain Pee Wee Herman?
Repossessed.
Of course I love you, yeah. Tonight, no. No feathers, we'll use the whole chicken.
Coming soon.
Christening this stack with some Slurricane from fucking Mellow Vibes. It's their Groovy Doobies line. It was $6. So diving into the Amazon portion of the horror haul here, we have fucking Death Dream. This is one that I found out about. Again, you guys are going to hear this a lot lately. Back in the E-Splatter days, It was a website that I used to find horror movies for a long time. And this is one of those ones that I stumbled on there. Because it's like not a super well-known or talked about Tom Savini movie. So I thought that I knew like most of the movies that he had done. It turned out shit like this and Deranged and Effects are ones that I had missed out on, So I got it on like a janky fucking bootleg copy of it. And still fucking loved it, It's just a crazy movie that deals with like PTSD and Vietnam and how maybe sometimes, like, just based on sheer willpower alone, you could maybe defeat death. Not necessarily with good results, but, that's neither here nor there. It's got very early Tom Savini effects in it. I believe it's a pre-Black Christmas Bob Clark film. And it's written by some dude that did a bunch of other rad shit that I'm too stoned to remember right now. But it's got quite the pedigree behind it. Definitely worth checking out. Not super bloody or gory, It's just a solid little chiller of a fucking horror film, and everybody should see it at least once. Legitimately scenes in this that terrify me, still to this day. And then, of course, you know, we got a little of that fish rape there. You guys have already seen the review for this on the channel, I'm sure. It's a pretty fucking classic creature feature, one of my favorites, and definitely one that I'm stoked to have in the collection. I gotta collect more of the Corman-related stuff. I just don't have enough of it in my collection, or at least enough of it on, like, good editions of it. This one here from Shout is quite nice. Most of this stuff is, like, Blue Underground, Severin, and Shout, I think, with the exception of, you know, obviously a couple items that I'm sure will stand out. Speaking of Blue Underground, though, we got the Blue Underground release of Mark of the Devil. I'm very much just right on the fence for ordering a lot of the barf bags that used to come with this, like a lot of 4 or 5 of them, just so I can hand some out to friends and keep one for myself. Great little witch finder, witch trial type movie. Bit hard to watch. It's definitely one that'll rattle you a bit, but in a good way, you know. And it's historically accurate, so it's fun for the whole family. It's a learning experience. And we got one of the best, like, inmates running the asylum movies ever fucking made, and that is Don't Look in the Basement. This is one I'm super stoked to show to my lady Jessica, because I think she's just going to absolutely fall fucking right in love with it, just like I did. If you've not seen it, I believe it is available on Tubi. Just a solid one to check out. All of these actually are ones that I either had, like, duped on VHS from a friend or just had straight up bootlegs of. So these are all movies that I've seen several times over the years. It's just I finally am upgrading to nice editions of the movies, you know. And to that end, we got the special edition of My Bloody Valentine, like the OG My Bloody Valentine. A lot of people speak against this, and they're like, oh, you gotta get the Blu-ray ones or whatever, because you can tell where they splice the gore back in this one. Yeah, you can a little bit. There's, like, scratchy film shit going on, and cigarette burns and stuff, and you can very much tell that it's spliced back in. But I like that. I honestly do. It, like, gives it, like, just a strange quality that I truly do enjoy. Not saying I'm not eventually gonna grab the Blu-ray just to have it, like, perfectly seamless, but it is still a good, you know, stand-in for the meantime until I get that one. But yeah, I'm happy with the purchase. All of these were between, like, you know, $8 and like $15, I think, is the most I spent on any of them, with the exception of one. Anyways, we got the Toolbox Murders here. Any of you guys that follow the channel or know me personally know how much I fucking love this movie. I'm not going to go too in-depth on it right now, because we are eventually going to revisit it in some fashion in the future. I only ever did, like, a little rapid-fire review type thing for it. Definitely is one that deserves a more in-depth review from me in the future, so I'm gonna do that for sure. And then we got one that I just recently did put a review out for, and that is Torso. Definitely check out that review if you haven't seen it. Definitely check out our trailer right here. We are going to split this horror stack in half, give you guys another look at another film, and then we'll come back at you and just finish this out right quick. Our trailer is going to go ahead and be, fuck it, Mark of the Devil.
And now the Holy Ghost will descend on you in the shape of lovely white doves. Nice rooster! Go on, run!
Mark of the Devil.
It's a sacred duty to tell us the truth. Name just one of your accomplices and the executioner will stop the torture. Confess that you've been guilty of witchcraft.
We must not let her die yet. I want confessions, not corpses. When you asked me 3 years ago to become my pupil, I warned you not to see an idol in me. On the difficult path we're going to go together, I said. Many innocent people are going to die. I said it to you. I remember the day.
Stop that witch!
Mark of the Devil.
Are you afraid? I am the witch finder in this town. Is that clear? Tear out my tongue, but before you do, I'll make them laugh. I'll tell them you rape women, you burn innocent people, that you kill for money, that you're impotent.
Be happy.
You mustn't say things like that.
Why? It's so beautiful here.
My lord? She made a pact with the devil in the shape of a man, and after she let the devil fornicate with her, making the man impotent.
This Vanessa, for example.
She's falsely accused.
Don't become soft. She is a witch. A beautiful girl, I grant you, but a witch. She will confess.
Angelina.
There he is.
Mark of the devil.
The prisoner has been sentenced to have his head cut off according to the law of the land. It has also been decreed that all his earthly possessions be delivered to the church for safekeeping until disposed of by the Lord Bishop.
In Europe, between the 15th and 19th centuries, it is estimated nearly 8 million people were convicted of heresy and executed by fanatical witch hunters in order to save their souls.
In front of death, I thank you for your mercy, for having me freed from the terrible agony of torture.
Witch, 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 witch.
Alright, so moving right along here, we got a copy of The Living Dead at the Manchester Morgue. This is another one that I actually have a pretty decent little review of on the channel. That's a 2-disc special edition. It's got a decent amount of special features on it, it looks like. And I'm sure it's much better than the DVD bootleg that I own of it currently. As is definitely the case with the Severin release of Absurd. This is kind of the spiritual successor to Anthropophagus the Beast, or the Grim Reaper, however it's listed in your territory. Same dudes, you know, they kind of used some of the similar elements, but made their own sort of American-style slasher movie. It's pretty hilarious in its attempts to be American. Definitely one that I enjoyed revisiting, and Severin did a good job of cleaning the bitch up, so worth checking out for sure. Another one I have a DVD bootleg of. Same with this classic right here, Cannibal Apocalypse. Just revisited this as well. Man, is it amazing. Boy, did I feel bad recording the audio of my review of it the night before John Saxon died, because then I woke up all fucking hungover like, did I kill him? Because I reviewed one of his, like, lesser films. I'm sorry, John. All jokes aside, though, he will be missed. Absolute fucking legend. Again, very nice job cleaning this bitch up. This is the Kino Lorber release, and I enjoy it quite a bit. From the cover art to, you know, the special features to the movie itself. Totally happy with the purchase. We got the Blue Underground Mountain of the Cannibal God. I'm about to double dip and get this on the Blu-ray just for an even cleaner copy, and the different cover art. It's the Slave to the Cannibal Gods artwork and title. So looking forward to that, but still just an absolute classic cannibal film here. Definitely a review coming soon. Another one that I had a DVD bootleg of. Sometimes you had to get those stand-ins, man, but I'm happy to fucking have them, you know, upgraded. This is the only one that was, like, more expensive than the price range that I threw out there, and it was $25, but it's the 2-disc, like, special edition of Dr. Butcher MD, aka Zombie Holocaust. It has both versions of the movie on there, reversible fucking cover art, and an absolute ton of special features. So I had no problem forking over the $25 to get a new minty fucking copy of this classic, which actually has a pretty dope review on my channel currently. So a little addition to the homework that I'm handing out to you guys tonight. This also has a review that was not able to be on fucking YouTube because of reasons I still don't fully comprehend. I'm not one to fucking try to, you know, bring down the wrath of the YouTube gods, though, so I'm just gonna shut the fuck up about it. But what I am gonna do to make up for, you know, forgetting to do it in the review that I did, that you can still find through the channel through a redirect link on the clip that I put up for it, is I'm gonna show you the fucking production stills from Jungle Holocaust, as I promised in the review. So there is several of these here that came with it. It does have the full set intact. I went online to check just to make sure, but yeah, it's just a bunch of these really nice sort of production stills, yeah. Either way though, super cool that they included this as like a physical bonus with this bitch. Just wish that I'd remembered to show it in the review. But, you know, everyone makes mistakes. It happens. Now this last bit of the stack here is different from everything we've looked at so far in that it's not replacing like a DVD bootleg or a VHS dupe, with the exception of one. It's also stuff that I bought to complete series that I had started and never got around to getting the rest of them. First up being Basket Case. Absolutely fucking insane sequel right there, by the way. Just wow. The third one is pretty good too. And now I've got the whole trilogy. Is it the best releases? No, they're both the Synapse releases. I think there is a nicer set of the Basket Case movies out there. But I already have the first one on DVD, and I figured, you know what, I might as well just complete it so that I have them, and if I upgrade later, cool. And then this one is one that I have a dupe of, you know, and that's how I've had it for ages. And I figured it was high time I upgraded to the proper release of it, and then I went ahead and I just completed it as well. Also pretty fucking insane sequels. Basket Case and Nuke 'Em High I think both deserve a good thumbs up and a fucking glass raised to them for just being series that had a lot of fun with the sequels and managed to like round them out pretty well in a way that made you satisfied with what you got, you know. And that does it for the Amazon Horror Haul, you know. I think I did a pretty good job with this. I filled out some stuff in my collection that desperately needed upgrading, and I'm going to kind of alternate off and on every few months with doing a batch of stuff like this, where it's like either upgrading or getting shit that's always been on my list, you know. I've been focusing a lot on other types of movies or just buying in the wild at thrift stores or like Dollar Tree and fucking Walmart, instead of actually really going down my list of horror films that I really have always wanted. So there's tons of them from the E-Splatter days, you know, that are going to be bought in the near future. So just something to look forward to. So plenty of reviews will be coming out of this, to say the least, you know. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. For this final stack, we're going to go ahead and leave you with the trailer for... fuck it, we'll do Cannibal Apocalypse. Enjoy. Rest in peace, John Saxon. Once again, he will be missed. That guy's in a lot of fucking movies that I grew up watching a ton.
Put it down. Cannibalism.
Vietnam vet, barricaded in the flea market, taking pot shots at the cops outside.
Okay, that's enough.
Wait a minute. Please. Please, try to understand.
We got it. There's no exit there.